I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, to give me the spirit to do this video. This lesson is going into bowing down at Yahweh's throne and giving reverence, okay, and giving honor and respect to Yahawah at his throne, okay, actually being physically there, all right. The first scripture I'm going to is Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now let's go into the blue letter on C.
Strong's G, 3700. Optonomy. Optonomy. Thayer's lexicon. Optono. Optono.
To look at, behold, to allow oneself to be seen, to appear. And who is going to be seen? Let's look at God in the blue letter in the same scripture.
Strong's G, 2316. Theos. Theos.
God the Father, the first person in the Trinity, which we know that's Yahawah. Christ. Yahawashi, the second person. Let's go down to this one. Whatever can in any respect be likened unto God or resemble him in any way. And that's talking about the Alahayat, the powers. Okay? Yahawah, Yahawashi, and the angels, man. The powers of heaven. That is who the elect is going to see. And when the chosen elect sees the Most High Yahawah, they're going to really be there at his throne, like the angels surround his throne, okay? Like Yahawashi is at his throne, all right? Now let's prove that further. Let's go to Romans chapter 8, starting at verse 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, Yahawashi, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Let's jump to verse 32. He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Okay, freely give us all things. The only thing we're not going to get is Yahawashi's position, because he is the firstborn. Okay, he is the heir, and the elect are joint heirs. And the scriptures also say that we shall judge angels. Okay, so when we get our new bodies, the elect, all right, we're going to be in unison with Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. So Yahawashi gets to see the Father. The angels get to see the Father, okay? The angels that Yahweh assigned to us. Does not the scripture say, beware if you offend one of these little ones? Because they're angels to behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. So the angels behold the face of Yahweh. Yahawashi beholds the face of Yahweh. John saw the vision of Yahweh. Ezekiel saw the vision of Yahweh, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Daniel, okay, when he called him the Ancient of Days, saw the vision of Yahweh. Saw that he had woolly hair and all that, man. Okay. The Most High spoke to Moses face to face. But in the kingdom of heaven, the elect, okay, we're going to see him, man. Okay. We are going to see him. I mean, imagine that, brothers. Imagine that, being at Yahweh's throne and being perfect. Okay. No blemish. Looking like Yahweh. Because the Most High is going to conform us to the image of Yahawashi, which is a spit image of Yahweh. Okay. So if we're going to be conformed to Yahawashi, then we're also going to look like the Most High. Okay. That is what it means to bear the image of the heavenly man. We're going to bear that image. And when we bear that image, we're going to be up there, man. Okay. Now we talk about going to these different planets, okay, in the galaxy, We get all excited because it's heavy, man. You know, it gets you excited when you think about it because you really can't grip it. But we never talk about showing that respect. And what I mean is that when we go to these different galaxies, the elect, okay, we're going to go to the throne of the Most High, okay, and give reverence and give honor and give respect, okay, alongside with traveling the galaxy, okay. Now let's go to John chapter 14, starting at verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in Yahweh, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions, many dwelling places, okay, places you can dwell. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. So YAHAWAH, when he makes his return, okay, and saves the elect, and the kingdom of heaven is on the earth, and he puts a crown on our head, a physical crown, okay, and a spiritual crown, okay, and we go into these different galaxies, man, and explore, we're going to show respect to Yahweh, man. We're already going to be perfect, man. Okay, there's not going to be any flaw in us. So we're going to do heavenly things. We're not going to make stupid mortal mistakes. Now from there, let's go to Revelations chapter 4, verse 4. We're going to talk about the angels, the elder angels, man. Okay, and the respect and honor they gave Yahweh at his throne. And we're going to bear that same heavenly image. All right. Revelation chapter 4, verse 4. And around about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment. Are we not waiting to be clothed in white raiment? Okay, to be pure. Okay, because that's a pure thing to be clothed in white raiment. Okay, we're waiting for the manifestation of that, our new bodies. Okay, to get our hearts changed. And they had on their heads crowns of gold. So the angels had crowns of gold on their heads. But remember, the elect is going to get crowns of gold on their head, okay, by the hand of YAHAWAH, which you read in 2nd Esdras. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to the scripture where he said that we're going to be clothed in white. Revelation chapter 3, verse 5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, just like the angels. Like I just read, they're clothed in white raiment, and they're at the throne of Yahweh. All right. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels, which are up there, the Alahayim, the powers, okay, which the pure in heart are going to see. They're going to lay eyes on. They're going to behold the glory and be a part of that glory, being one. Okay, let's go back to Revelation chapter 4. I'm going to start at 10. The 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne, talking about Yahweh, and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, now they were giving respect, okay? They were showing reverence, honor to the Most High. And check out what they said, verse 11. Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. So the angels who are clothed in white, okay, have that respect and honor. Why? Because that's how they get down, man, in the heavens, man. It's perfect up there, okay? They didn't cast a crown in front of the Most High throne on accident. That wasn't by coincidence. That was in order of being perfect, okay? Having the full spirit of Yahweh on them to even do that in the first place. So when we are clothed in white, and we talk about going to these different galaxies and these different planets, okay, we're not going to skip over that. No, we're going to visit the throne and show respect because it said we shall see him, okay? We can't fathom how it's going to look beyond what we read, okay, the different visions of the prophets that they saw the Most High on this throne, okay? But we know it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be beyond this world. That we do know, okay? But the reason why I'm making this point is because if you think you're going to go to the galaxies, okay, and not bow down before Yahawah and his throne and give honor and respect and glory to his name, okay, and the crown that he gave you, cast your crown off to show that respect, then you ain't being spiritual, okay? They do that in the heavens because that is the order of how things are supposed to be done. And if we're going to be in one with the YAHAWAH, with the powers, we're going to follow suit and do the same thing. And that's the point, all right? From there, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 1, starting at verse 26. Now, when you read earlier in this chapter, it's describing the angels, right? The chariots, okay? But towards the end, it's describing the vision that Ezekiel saw of the Most High, Yahawah, in his throne. So let's read Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 26. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of sapphire stone. Boy, boy, boy. This is a vision that Ezekiel was seeing. You know he was tripped out. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. Okay? And you know that's true because Daniel described the hair, proving he had the likeness of a man, for Daniel to see that he had pure woolly hair. Okay? And you know it was amazing because that's why Paul, when he had the out-of-body experience, he couldn't even put it together in words what he saw. He couldn't even put it together in words what he saw. It was that great. All right? Now, when you look at verse 26 and you read the appearance of sapphire, where else in the scripture did it mention sapphire when it comes to the Most High? Let's go to it. Exodus chapter 24, verse 10. I'm going to start at verse 9. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in its clearness. So when the Most High came down during this time, they said under his feet was like a paved work of sapphire stone, man. And it was clear like the body of heaven. Glorious, man. Beautiful. Flawless. Okay? So when you go back to Ezekiel 1, verse 26 again, and above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, talking about over the angels' heads, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. Man, the Most High is bad, man. The Most High is bad, man. Okay, let's go to verse 27. And I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had a brightness round about. Okay, like the angels do. They got the appearance of amber. Okay, like a bright light. Boy, boy, boy. Verse 28. As the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake. Man, it was so heavy, he had to fall upon his face, man. It was that heavy, man, to see what he saw. Okay. But when we get our new bodies, the elect of Israel, they're going to behold that glory in person. Okay? In person, man. That's going to be unbelievable, man. I mean, goodness. It's hard to even fathom, man. See, this kind of topic, you can't go too far. Okay? You get so excited, but you can't go too far. There's a certain way you have to deal with this type of topics because, you know, at the end of the day, we don't know every detail of everything. But the wisdom, okay, the Lord gave us a spirit to be able to see. Okay, blessed is the eyes that see. All right. Now I'm going to go back to my first scripture and finish it on that. Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see YAHAWAH. Now, real quick, let's go to the blue letter on pure in this scripture.
Strong's G 2513. Kataras. Kataras.
Clean, pure, purified by fire. Okay. Now, does not the Lord say that acceptable man tried in the fire, okay, of adversity? So that's the elect. The elect that got purified by doing the will of Yahawah, okay, and suffering along with Yahawashi. And by that, they got purified. And by getting purified, they got new bodies. Okay, they got those white robes. And they saw the Alahayim. They saw the powers. Okay. With that, brothers, hey, man, just be excited for this truth, man. At the end of the day, you know, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you ain't going to see nothing. Okay, but death. And we got to continue to push, continue to exhort each other, continue to push each other to be excited. Okay, there's a lot to be excited about, man. Okay, the kingdom is at hand. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahushai, to give me the spirit to this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom, tell you Akamai that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.